Hi, I'm Danny. Welcome back to another video. This is the Sonnet 1 Pro Dash Cam by Vantrue. In today's video, I'm going to show you what's in the box. Then I'll set it all on the bench and I'll do an overview. Next, I'll show you how to install this on a 2009 Honda Civic. I'll also show you how to install the hardwire kit. Once everything is installed, we'll go to the menu and set it up. Then I'll take it out for a ride and I'll show you the video footage quality. Before I show you what's in the box, I just want to let you know that I've been using this system for about 3 weeks now and it's exceeded my expectation, and that usually never happens. So let's get everything out of the box and onto the bench. And this is the hardwire kit, and we're going to install this later, so I'm going to just set it aside for now. So let's pull this apart and see what's in it. So it's got a quick little cable guide where to put the cameras and the charger, and then where not to. This looks like the main camera. Looks pretty nice, and it's got some directions for the menu here right off the bat. Let's set that aside. This is probably the rear camera, and yep, it is. Yep, that's the rear camera. We'll check the cameras out in a little bit, but we're just pulling everything out for now. All right, so here's the rear camera cable. This here is a data cable. So we'll put that right there. Now here's our cigarette lighter adapter to power up the unit. They included a trim tool and some extra sticky stuff for mounting the cameras. Looks like we got our manual. I'll be looking at that later. Oh, look at this. You can actually put the manual online with a QR code. That's sweet. I'd rather look at it online than try to look through that. So that's exactly what we'll do. Got a couple of stickers, which are cool. And then some more mounting hardware. Now that everything is out of the box and I know what I'm working with, let's get this camera powered up. I brought out my Opez power generator to use as the power source. I'll go ahead and take my accessory port and I'll plug it in to the Opez power adapter, just as I would if I was using my vehicle's accessory ports. Now I'm going to plug in the camera for the rear. So the cable, by the way, is 20 feet, and this has a 90 degree and this is straight. You want to use the straight one. The 90 degree is going to plug into the main camera. So we'll just find it right here, plug it in, and we're done plugging in the camera. We can take the safety off for the camera lens. I'll do that. And then our other end here. So right here it says rear, and we'll just plug that in. I'm going to also get rid of this, but I want to keep that because it has directions on the menu. So there we are there, and then we're going to take our power adapter, and then we just need to plug that in. And that's going to go right here where it says DC in. All right, so I've got this in a little fixture and I powered it up. So now we should be able to set this up and make sure everything works. All right, so we want English. And then we got to find our city. And we're in Los Angeles. The date, That looks good to me. We do 60 Hertz, miles per hour, 5G, and format the SD card. So on this, we're ready to go. And then we'll say, okay, we're good. All right, so I've got the camera out of the fixture. This is the main camera right here. That's actually the car I'm going to be working on. And then if I push this button here, this is the rear camera. And that one's over here. So I'm going to set the rear camera down. I'll push the button again, and it gives me the rear camera up here and then the main camera there. So now that I know the cameras work, let's get this installed in the car. I ended up mounting my camera right here. I think it's a good spot because I can still see in front of me. And at stoplights, I like to look at the rear view camera on this. It's got a good field of view, and it's kind of a safety thing to see what's behind you. If you want to see the full installation video of both cameras and the hardwire kit, I'll put a link to that in the description and at the end of the video, and it might have popped up on the screen when I was talking. Let's check out the menu options. As far as menu options, first thing you need to do is you need to stop recording. And then you come over and push this button here. So we have record setup and settings. We're going to start with settings. So here we got our language, our Wi-Fi, voice control, voice content, format the SD card, format reminders, date and time. So I mean, you've got a lot of stuff here. Now if I go back to the menu and I go back over to the record setup, you got resolution, loop recording. So all this stuff here, I'm not going to go over, and you can do this in the app so much easier. So let me show you how the app works. All right, so once I open up my app, I'll connect to my camera. And now I can see my views here. So there's the rear camera and then a little front camera, and I can change that. And there's my front camera. So I can also come down here. And this is all the footage on the SD card. So let me just grab a piece of footage and I can download it. I'm going to download. Now I can snip a piece of it, edit it. I'm going to edit this. Then I'm going to save it. And now I can email it. I can email it, airdrop it, text message it. So if I got in an accident, I can actually send this to my insurance company. Pretty much on the road. So let's go back. I can shut off the mic. Do a snapshot. And then up here, this recorded my last event. So my driving time, my altitude, where I went, how many miles. And then I can actually download that too. I can do just a JPEG or a PDF. And it gives it to me in a nice little JPEG or PDF. All the statistics there. Pretty crazy how much information this app has. What I like is up here, the settings button. So once you get in the settings button, you can actually do the same thing that you would do inside the camera through the menu, but it's actually so much easier right here. So like this one, resolution, It's going to tell me my front and rear camera, how I want to set it up. I can do my exposure, my loop recording. So I got this set at 5-minute loops. If I come all the way down here, I could even format the SD card, which I don't want to do right now. But it's so much easier to set it up in this menu. Here's voice control. And I got standard, low sensitivity. So much more you could do in the app, and it's so much easier. Voice control. This has to be one of the coolest features and the easiest to use. I can command this unit hands-free while I'm driving. Let me show you how that works. Turn off screen. Turn on screen. Turn on Wi-Fi. Turn off Wi-Fi. Show rear camera. Show front camera. Take a photo. So what that did is it just took a photo of what was going on at that moment, and it's going to put it in a folder and save it. Now the same thing, if you're driving down the road and there's actually an accident or something like that and you need to save it, you say, lock the video. So what that's going to do is it's going to take that video and it's going to put it in a special folder. This way, if something happens, it's easy to find and you have that video. A couple more things before I end the video. Get the Vantrue 256 gigabyte card. It's made to work with dash cams, and this will ensure your system works properly. Also, the hardwire kit, it's easy to install and it adds parking and collision mode. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, consider subscribing. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.